Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. We just have a little bit more work to do on this and then we can go ahead and flip it or send it on down the road. We'll see if we can make some money off of it. It's what this channel is about. Having fun, picking up cars, and either as a side hustle or a hobby, seeing if you can turn them around, flip them, and make money. You know, if you flip a car and make money and make 1,000 and you can do one a week or one a month or one every couple months, you can do the math on that and make it some a supplemental part of your income, or just do it for fun, and then the money's extra. On this one here, we got all of the lights on the dash off of it, and that's why it went so cheap at the auction at the red line, because there was issues. And any lights on the dash drive me crazy to begin with, but for a safety reason, we want to get rid of all those, including the tire pressure monitoring system. Everything's good to go. No lights on the dash with this one, but there's two more little bits of repairs we need to do before we can get the inspection sticker. What are they? In Pennsylvania here, I'm not sure about your state, but they have a money grab system where you need to pay for 2 stickers to get it looked at so it passes inspection, so it's safe for the roadways. Meanwhile, there's no sticker on the roadways that show that the roadways are safe for our vehicles. The roads in Pennsylvania are the worst in the nation. They are absolutely horrible. And the money grab that they have with these 2 stickers here is complete nonsense, but we need to abide by the rules, so that's what we do here. 2 issues we need to repair to get these 2 stickers are going to be the coil spring in the rear driver's side, no big deal, and you need the washer pump motor for the wipers here, which is right inside the inner fender well. You need that motor to work to splash water up on the windshield, or it will not pass, well, with the stations in my area anyway. So let's take care of those 2 issues and we can move on from there. Starting off with the washer pump motor, that's this unit right here. And you can see it's starting to split here. Moisture got in there and the motor stopped working, the pump. So these 2 hoses here and here, this electrical line, the power supply for the motor here, and the pump just plugs into the reservoir. And unfortunately, the reservoir's full, so we're gonna have to pop this out, get a drain under here, catch it, and it should be a quick and easy process. Here's the new pump. It was under 20 bucks, 2 hoses, power supply, and it pushes right into the reservoir right there. And I guess it just self-seals. Put a little bit of grease around it, and hopefully that helps with the seal and get it in there a lot. I'm sure it's going to be a tight fit. On the top here, there's just a little clip that needs to be pried away from. And then you can pry the motor out from under, and then you're going to get all of this washer fluid leaking down. We have a catch right here, so that's no problem. Rather large reservoir, so a lot's going to come out of there. And then we can undo the power supply, and this is the reason that it did not work. Obviously. And the new one just goes right in like the old one came out. Check for leaks. No dripping from the inlet there anyways. Well, there's only one problem. It works, which will get it to pass inspection, but it's shooting water straight up over the roof. Small adjustment, small adjustment. Task completed. Next task, let's pull the wheel and get the coil spring on the rear driver's side here, and that should do it. Everything else passes. It has new brakes, pads, rotors, calipers, speed sensors, some hoses. Everything's good to go down here. Tires are in great shape. Everything else passes. Let's get this done. So this is the culprit right here. A good section of the spring broke off. Now what we need to do is remove this bolt completely, loosen that one, dropping this arm low enough where the spring will come out from its coopy hole right there, and we can slide the other one right up in there. We need to spray the shit out of these and let them soak for a while because they are rusty. Right? Rusty? Yes. She agrees. I like the Schaefer's Penetro 90, same company that makes the Citral 266. Spray those, let them on for a half hour, 45 minutes, and they usually break loose pretty well. Both sides need to be sprayed. we had to loosen the top one here so it could drop. When you take this bolt out, it only drops so far. You have to loosen the top one, and then it'll drop down to the ground low enough to get the spring out, the old spring out, the new spring in. So now we just need to tighten this up, this back, and we're good to go. Okay, we do have wipers and washers to go with it, and we're going to take this out for a test drive because when you went over a bump, you could hear the rattle of that broken coil spring, obviously. So all we have to do is take it for a ride, make sure it's quiet, and we are good to go. All right, we'll pull out of the parking lot here is really rough. They used to have gas pumps in here, the garage next to it, and we have a gully here. So, nice and smooth, no creaks, no rattles, no loud clanks. We're good. We're good to go. Right there was a big bump. Here's another one at the end of that patch, and it's nice and quiet. Okay, so we got this thing for, is it 700, 800? 800, and then there's auction fees, and then there's tax and transfer to tag, and then the dash lights were only speed sensors, which were $81 a piece, $160. I needed 2 of them on the passenger side, and then the spring was $88. And the wiper washer pump motor was only $19. So we're just a little over $1,000, and I should be able to get $2,500 for this all day long with nothing wrong with it, and fresh Pennsylvania inspection stickers on here. We shall see. Not a lot of work went into it. It wasn't hard. The spring was, it wasn't hard, but it was the hardest out of all of the chores to do to this. Piece of cake. So we'll see what happens. Let's get back to the shop. It rides smooth. It runs great. No lights on the dash. The steering wheel doesn't shake. The brakes are great. In the first video with this, you saw all the new parts with the new brakes, rotors, calipers, all the stuff under there. A lot of stuff was put on this before I even picked it up. So that was a lot of good news to see. We just finished it up, and now we can send it on its way. I've been using it to haul the shop manager around, and she absolutely loves it. Low to the ground, she can jump in and out with not a lot of stress on her shoulders and her hips, which can really get to an elderly dog. And I'm just trying to look out for my buddy. So let's head back to the shop. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this video. I do have to say, I don't know if I mentioned this in other videos, but having this hobby or flipping cars like this, gives me an opportunity that I never would have sought or looked for, and that is to experience different vehicles that I never would have gone. Kia, Hyundai, Nissan, Infiniti, some of these other vehicles I never would have gone out intentionally to buy them. But with flipping vehicles through an auction, you get all types of vehicles through there, and you go for the deals, no matter what they are. And through that, I've gotten to experience cars, which is really cool, that I never would have done intentionally. Kias, Sedona, Soul, Sorrento, so far through flipping cars, and I could tell you their ride is not, is not luxurious, it's not soft, it's a very stiff, bumpy ride in all three of those. I guess some of the heavier sedans would be a little bit better, but durability-wise, I don't know about anybody else, but they have been great. It's just been small things to fix on them. Other than that, you maintain them and you do your oil changes and your flushes and your routine maintenance, you're going to be perfectly fine with a Kia. Infinitis, I've had the QX80, 30, 50, and I would probably pass on a Nissan, except for maybe the Maxima. We'll see what pops up during these auctions. But I've enjoyed vehicles I never would have thought of going out and purchasing. So really cool. And I'll pass that experience on to you in case you're looking into something. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. The shop manager's right behind the camera there, taking a little bit of a nap. She says, have a good evening. So do I. I'll catch you guys in the next video.